Alright, so we just finished up Monstro, and we're going to actually head out to Halloween Town now. We've gotten our Wishing Star, which we will see later on how beneficial it is. And yeah, things are looking up. Hopefully these guys don't kill me. I know I'm supposed to stay down, but they just make me nervous, dude. And this is a very, very short track too. I'm not even sure why this path exists because we're at Halloween Town already. And in my opinion, this is the second worst speedrun world. The second worst. Not as bad as Agrabah, but it is up there, and you will find out why. I mean, not to, you know, make you be like, never mind, I'm not going to run this difficulty. It's more of a, you know, you will find out that it's just very annoying, and there's a lot of time loss that can be lost here for reasons that are out of your control. Now, let me see if I can get up here. Sometimes it's a bit tricky. Right, if I can get him to turn. But we're going to get up here real quick and grab this power boost because damage does count. Damage is very, very important, especially for our super duper weak Sora. But regardless of what difficulty that you run, you will be picking up that power boost because that's one more damage, and that counts for every hit. That way we can get Sora doing a lot of damage. But we're going to come in here and prompt this cutscene. Now you can choose to keep jacking your party if you want. It's not a big deal if you don't. I'm just going to keep things simple though and just keep this squad how they are, since Sora is doing the DPS anyways. And this is also the time that if you picked up the Wishing Star, which I do hope you did for this difficulty, that you can go ahead and equip it. So we're going to go over here to equipment real quick. We'll give Sora Wishing Star. Now Wishing Star is 1 point lower than 3 wishes, but since it can crit, we'll see it actually outdamage 3 wishes by a lot, especially with that power boost that we just got. I mean, it's still always going to be 1 point lower than 3 wishes, but its damage capabilities, especially in the final mix version, is a lot better. And I've seen some people, what they've done is actually equipped Ray of Light over I believe it's Brave Warrior. I personally don't, but the extra MP does help, so it's not something that is bad if you do choose to run it like this for now, because while Sora loses out on a little bit of damage, he gets an extra MP bar, which is great for clearing out these waves that we're going to fight at the beginning of here. But we're going to go over here to Jack. We're going to rob him of his ethers and give them to Sora, because we will need those ethers. And right here you can actually equip more ethers if you're feeling froggy, but I'm just not going to equip them. You can have 4 ethers right now because you'll be spamming magic, but I'm just going to leave it at 3 for right now. And then there shouldn't be anything ability wise that you need to equip because we've already did our menuing over there in Monstro. But this is what I have up there. Counterattack. Combo Plus does work. It is optional at this point in time. We will have it on later. Of course, Sliding Dash is optional as well. Just be wary that sometimes Sliding Dash can kind of mess you up. But actually, I'm going to put it on right now because we will be fighting Lock, Shock, and Barrel, and that is an annoying fight. Which the best way to take care of that fight will be stop. But we're not there yet. But with this done, we're going to go over here and head on out. So Halloween Town is a bit of a weird world where basically you get one item, you come back, and then you have to go get another item by going a little bit further in the world, and then you come back, and then you just go fight the bosses and you leave. It's not the most creative. But right here, with Ray of Light on, we do have that additional MP, which I should have actually equipped it before I did this. And if you're good, he should have died from that blizzard, but he didn't. But we can just stay right here and spam blizzard to help take care of all 3 of these targets all at once and get those out the way. You know, just another time save right there. And we're gonna go head back. And you can go ahead and pop it either right here as well, just to make sure Sora is stocked up for the next part. Usually it takes 2 dodge rolls. You don't even have to touch the analog stick to get to the professor. But again, with the text, just spam that triangle and the X. And he's essentially going to tell us that, hey, we need something else. You have to go in further. So now we're going to venture in a little bit deeper into Halloween Town. And watch out, these guys do hit like an F word. But what we're going to try and do here is lure them out. That way we can try and skip some of these heartless spawning. So what we're going to do right here is try and jump over here on this pedestal and on the next one. And then we're going to hopefully dodge roll over and get into the coffin. If this is done right, by the time that they spawn, Sora will already be going into the coffin. But you're going to jump, and double dodge roll. And we got right in there. We can skip fighting those, which is going to save us some time. And now for the next mini game. Alright, that's 7, 7, 2. Now, you gotta watch out with the targeting for this game. For whatever reason, they're just so close together that sometimes Sora will accidentally press the wrong one, even though you know which one you were going to. It does happen, but it's not the end of the world. Now we're gonna go over here, and we just need to take the fire to get this platform activated, so we can just leave. If you have the MP, just go ahead and do it now. But I need to attack these guys to get some MP back without wasting it either. And we are going to make like a tree and report right back to the doctor. Make sure you're dodge rolling. I don't want to see you guys running this game be over here running when dodge rolling is more efficient. And you're wondering why you're not getting a PB or a good time, it's because you're wasting time. So we got that, and now we're going to head back deeper into the world of Halloween Town. Because now it's just pretty much boss gauntlet time. It's okay for you to go ahead and pop it either here as well, just that way, just so you have some MP to work with, because we will be taking that lift back up. Just take a shortcut to the other side. And normally I'm just very unlucky here, and I will get black fungus. But if you do, there's nothing you can really do other than leave. By the way, watch out for these gargoyle guys, because they are absolute trash. And what do you know? No black fungus this time. Oh, I lied. This happens every time. They got me. If you could somehow like bypass them and sneak over there, then congratulations, you've done it. But this is the spawn that you don't want to happen. If no Heartless come out when you drop off that platform, then you know that they're there, because the Heartless will spawn at the right, which is what you want to happen, and not the black fungus. Because just like Agrabah, we can't really fight those guys because it just takes too much time. And we're going to try and take these guys out here. If you want, focus on a gargoyle first, because he hits like a truck. I didn't mean to spawn these other guys too. You don't want to spawn these guys, but I just went out of my way to take care of that gargoyle. And as we can see, Sora is a bit weak. But counterattack really comes in handy. So does sliding dash for, you know, getting in for some close movements. But we're going to get over here and take this over. For some reason I thought we could skip that. I don't know why I pressed pause. Some more black fungus, ignore them. And next up is this part that's actually called the community climb, because not one person came up with it, but a whole bunch of people came up with it and kind of fused together some pro gamer tactics of where we're basically going to climb up this tower, but the non-traditional way, because the traditional way in a speedrun setting is just not optimal. Our prerogative for playing this game is to be the fastest gamer possible, and by going the way that it's made to go, you know, that's going to hurt our ability to be the fastest gamer possible. If you want to switch Ray of Light off for right now because we just needed that extra MP, then by all means you can switch back to Brave Warrior, which will give us one more attack. But for right now, I'm just going to keep it on here. It doesn't really destroy Sora's attack too much, but like I said, it's really up to you if you want to switch it. Sometimes, actually most of the time, I just never put Ray of Light on, period. I just keep the 3 MP. But it's up to you with feeling what you're more comfortable with. But what I do suggest though is if you go over here to customization, what we're going to do is actually take fire off Sora for right now, and we're going to put on stop. Stop we'll be using for Oogie Manor and also lock, shock, and barrel. Now this part does suck because if you do fail this climb, or if you die at lock, shock, and barrel, you have to restart this, but it's good practice. But what we're going to do here is actually jump by that pumpkin on our far left, right behind that white knight, and then we're going to do hopefully an attack and land on that brown roof as part of the community climb. So if you want to lure him over here so he doesn't knock you off, that's great. Hit that attack button. So we landed up here. We're going to go over here to the silver part right here next and make the jump for this platform right here. Now this part is a little bit tricky because if you see right here in the middle of both of those planks where it's not even at, if Sora grabs onto that, which I do all the time, he will clip through and just fall down because for whatever reason he can't grab onto that middle part, because I guess the game doesn't really count it as a full part. I don't know. I'm not a game developer. I'm not an expert in this category, but essentially what you want to do is try and aim for the middle of either piece where it's like the darkest at, so that way Sora can grab on properly and flip himself up. So he's flipped up, and we're going to do the same thing over here. If I can get it, flip up. Next up, head up these stairs and take a left. We're going to jump on this roof, but you want to stay kind of out, but kind of in as well. Not super in though, because Sora will fall. So you want to stay maybe where the mouth really starts at on this part of the roof. And then we're going to get our placing again on the planks. And we've done the community climb, which I almost fell off of. So now it's lock, shock, and barrel time, which this fight is honestly cringe, especially on Proud. But I found that stop has actually done quite a bit of work over here. It really prevents them from getting everywhere, and even if I can burst one down with stop, it makes this battle a lot safer. And what do you know? Just like that, boys, death. So we're going to redo this climb just to get in a little bit more practice, and hopefully that battle will go better next time. But yeah, it's just super easy, especially on Proud, to die to those guys. This is probably one of the worst fights in Proud. And it didn't save my shortcut for stop, but that's not a big deal. We still have the magic menu. I really didn't want to stop him, but essentially though, you want barrel and shock down, because dudes hit like an F word. I didn't And it sucks too that the roof is kind of low, so it's kind of hard for you to heal in the air. Now on beginner, you just obviously just spam Blizzard and you're pretty much good to go. But we got him down. Like I said, it happens. This fight is very, very terrible, at least in my opinion, without stop. And even if it's slightly slower with stop, it's what I've been using lately, and it's actually been doing the trick for me. But Lock, Shock, and Barrel are down, and we just have Oogie 1 and Oogie 2 left. So we're going to go and hit that. You can touch the save point if you want, and we're going to head to Oogie 1. Now there is a specific strat with Oogie 1 to hopefully 3-cycle him, which it has to be done specifically or it just won't work and it's going to take a longer fight. So I'm going to try my best to show that off, but we can just simply jump down here and head to Oogie. And here's a little one text box / cutscene that KH1 is known for. Alright, so he's going to hit us with the dice, and what you want to do, especially with some good timing, is do a high jump and Blizzard at the same time, and that should attract the attention of the 2 gargoyles that are summoned in the battle. If you don't get it, it's not a big deal, but it does make the fight go a little bit smoother, which I didn't get it because I paused during that. But we would high jump and do Blizzard to try and like hit those guys and just draw them to us as soon as possible, because you absolutely want to get rid of these guys because they hit, like, you see that damage? That's a lot of damage. I mean, 2 of those for sure will kill you. And now with Oogie, what we want to do here is actually we're going to do a full combo for the first cycle. You just want to make sure Donald and Goofy aren't on the same platform as you. So he's going around in the loop, which is awful. Alright, so we got Goofy out, and for this one, stay on the ground. We can just do a ground combo. And if you're feeling froggy, try and hit him with a little bit of magic to get some more DPS out. But you mainly just want to make sure that you tech these dice, because each tech does help quite a bit. And if you have to unlock to hit those, then definitely do it. But that will really help you with a 3-cycle in this fight. I'm hoping Donald just stays dead. Don't go for these because they do hit very, very hard. And by me pressing triangle, I've just messed up because Goofy is now going to get in the way. Alright, JK. Now this is where Slapshot is going to come into play here. What I try to do is go towards the right because we can see like there's some stairs over there to the right. We don't want to get him up there because when Sora combos, he would go into the air and totally mess up what we're trying to do. Essentially what you want to do though is Slapshot him 8 times, 8 or 10 times, whatever times that it counts until he just becomes invulnerable and knocks you off again. And we're going to try and repeat this twice, which would give us a 3-cycle if done correctly, and especially if I get another dice reflector too. But this is the most stable way of getting a 3-cycle from him, so we're going to give that a shot. Come up, bait him if you need to. Alright, Slapshot. I am missing a little bit of damage because I do have a Ray of Light on, but hopefully I can make that up. Got some good deflex right there. If he can take out Goofy, that would be phenomenal. Don't get hit by those dice because they do hurt. Goofy's over here, so this strat has gone to crap. Alright, so that would have been a 3-cycle, but I think the issue was Ray of Light being on. But anyways, he's down. We got some fat level ups, and now it's time to take part in the many horrible boss battles of Proud. This part is pretty terrible too because there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of Heartless running around, especially gargoyles. There's flames, and 2 hits, just like everything else in Proud, basically results in death. But here's the awful Oogie Manor, which we're going to jump down. Now there's not as set a way that you can go about this. Some people like to attack all orbs and kind of keep them at low HP, and then come back and clear them up all at the same time. Me personally, I just like to go through and take care of them just like this. And my damage is slightly lower than what it should be just because of Ray of Light being on. But that is a mistake I'm glad that I made in a walkthrough and not an actual run. So we got 2 down. We're going to jump over here, jump a little bit past it to get to this one. And I encourage you guys to play with Slapshot because its damage is actually amazing. You want to try and stop these guys whenever you can because their damage really sucks, and you'll find out really quickly how dangerous this is in terms of a fight. Especially with those flames everywhere. Now what you can do, even though no gargoyles came out, they just came out now, you could actually hit that one with Blizzard, and it's a safe way to deal with it without any issues with the gargoyles. Stop when you need it to prevent them from hitting you, and that is it for Halloween Town. Just make sure you guys don't have Ray of Light on after you fight Lock, Shock, and Barrel.
Sally, why didn't I listen to...
Alright, we can go ahead and head out. I'm not sure why there's not a save point where the doctor's office is, but it is what it is. We're going to take this save point out and head off to Neverland. So I'll see you guys in the next one.